expect it to be matched? Hope not. Okay. Proven performer
Yes!
all around Australia.
Leon Livingston went to the Renegades to pick one. And the Stars have taken Rashid Khan. Let's go. I'm nervous. No! They retain their pick, the Strikers. Damn, I hate that. Strikers.
I think we go over towards the Adelaide. Have a look at the man with a smile on his face, Mr. Gillespie. You've activated it.
Yeah, I was thinking of Dale Kerrigan. Tell him his dream. Our plan was always to retain Rashid. Wonderful player, wonderful person.
Yeah. Shut up, Jason Gillespie. Shut the flip up. I don't want to swear, but can this guy shut the hell up? Yeah, just don't even talk to him, Mark Howard. He's probably the biggest idiot ever.
Off the field, just what he brings is just fantastic. So, as I said, as a franchise, we're delighted that he's going to be with us this BBL.
So Rashid Khan stays with the Strikers, which means the men in green now have to make another decision.
Oh, we're getting another decision. If we go Kate Thurman, I'll be pissed.
I think Jason Gillespie would have been run out of town if he didn't.
Bravo, go Bravo.
I wonder how nervous he was pushing that button, hoping that button worked, because they only had 30 seconds.
Bravo for Duplessis. One of them.
We will speak to a little later on, and he was pretty happy to see the Adelaide Strikers go retain.
He was a little bit nervous, wasn't he? You never know, but that's great that he's gone back to Adelaide, because he has been a great servant for the Strikers.
What does that mean? What does that mean for the Stars now? Do they show a spinner or is it a fast bowler? I'll tell you now, because the pick is in. Mark Howard. We meet again, David. Who are we going with? We're going for Trent Boult. Trent Boult. Okay, so you're going for the out-and-out bowler. Out-and-out bowler, good fielder, and can slog a few at the end. Do you expect him to swing the ball at the MCG? Obviously, that's a massive key to his game. I would hope so. He generally takes the ball for New Zealand and in the IPL. Generally, the White Kookaburra swings at the MCG, so hopefully, a few early wickets.
But Trent Boult's an easy pickup. I would have rather like Bravo, because he's going to get stolen in the first round. So is like the Fred Duplessis, he's going to get stolen.
Trent Boult to the Melbourne Stars. So those live shots of Trent Boult, he looked pretty happy to learn that he's off to the Melbourne Stars, one of the real glamour teams at the comp.
He was a class player. I mean, he will swing it early at the MCG, and that's what they need. The Stars, they need some upfront power there with the ball. The interesting comment was best fit for us. So they obviously see they needed that fast bowler, that attacking fast bowler, but it has left Andre Russell on the table. So what's going to happen here? Back to the best fit for the team, mate. I think most franchises what's the best fit for Brisbane Heat? We lost Chris Lynn obviously this year. He's gone to the Strikers. We're probably looking for a batter, but Andre Russell on the table, do you go with that? That's what I don't know. Those boys do, and we've been working it for the last month or so, but when the pressure's on with the clock, you're not sure which way they go.
I've been looking at your squad, and I think you definitely need a top order batter, so I thought maybe Faf or Jason Roy might come into play, but then I think a hard-hitting all-rounder would be pretty handy there, so I think Andre Russell would fit in quite nicely.
Brisbane Heat are up next, okay guys?
How much does a player have
I'm playing NBA 2K right now.
Well, your cabinet coach there, Wade Secker, they work very closely. They've got to be really comfortable with what they're picking each time they go out. These are pretty big overseas signings you've got to have for a period of time. Availability comes into it.
I'm doing my career in NBA 2K22, and I got drafted to the Phoenix Suns.
Interesting now, Wade, because there's a few picks
Who did Brisbane Heat pick?
Brisbane Heat are going for Sam Billings.
Sam Billings. Okay, why Sam?
That's a good one. Good
We need some
keeper.
middle order batting, and I think that's one part of our squad that we can really bolster, and obviously he's proven.
There is potential that the Thunder could retain Sam. We haven't heard that as yet. Does that come into your thinking?
Look, we've gone through the scenarios. If they do take him, that is a possibility. Might open up picks later on too.
Okay, he's gun. He's been in good form, and he's been a proven performer in this competition.
And he's taken Brisbane Heat down before, so I would rather him on our side than against him.
All right, thank you very much, Wade. Sam Billings to the Brisbane Heat.
Oop, I'll come straight to you.
Happy with that. I mean, Wade's exactly right. We needed some class playing in the middle wicket, and there's no retention activated there. The would have backup playing would have probably been Andre Russell, for example. So we needed some middle order stability because our Achilles heel in the last couple of years has been playing spin.
And interesting that the Sydney Thunder chose not to retain Sam Billings. So, yeah, the interesting tactics are starting already. I wonder if the Heat went Billings just to put the heat on the Sydney Thunder and vice versa.
Well, they probably did. I hope they did.
You also wonder with the Sydney Sixers, they are now on the clock. You also wonder with Andre Russell's availability, how that may impact the rest of round one. What the backup plans have been for other teams. We've still got the Sixers now, the Scorchers to come. What do you think these conversations are at the moment amongst the Sixers crew?
They're pretty balanced, but I think not being picked Andre Russell, they wouldn't have thought it got that deep. So this may change their thought process, and they're talking right now, so they're going, well, do we stay with our original plan? That might have been a spinner when Nathan Lyon's not available, so a Shadab Khan, or someone they had previously, Chris Jordan, and now Russell's available.
They tend to love death bowlers as well. Tom Curran's done a really good job. Now, I know they can't pick him in this round, but they might have been thinking they can get him in the next round. James Vince in the next round. Andre Russell's still on the table. I agree. I don't think they would have been expecting that at all. I wonder if that changes their plans.
The glasses off, the smiles, the contentment. I think they've made their decision. Moses has just given the nod. Yep, lock it in. And the pick is in, Mark Howard.
Well, the big boy from Bairnsdale, Cam White's having a look in the back row with Rick Shippey.
Who did I
to
pick
tell us
the
what's going on.
Sixers?
It's getting interesting now, Shippey. Who are you going with the Sixers?
Our selection is Chris Jordan.
Chris Jordan. Okay, he's been a wonderful player in this competition for a couple of franchises, and obviously very familiar for you guys.
Cool, calm and collected in the big moments. We're chasing high-end pace and a death bowler, so he fitted the bill perfectly for us.
What's he bring to the table for you, Mozzie?
He's just great around our group. He's an easy win on the golf course as well, so it's just easy win for the rest of the boys.
Easy win on the golf course. That comes into it. There you go. Chris Jordan goes to the team in magenta.
Hardcore tactics by the Sydney Sixers. But your eyes have just lit up, Darren Lehman.
Yeah, I must admit, I thought they'd probably go Russell, but look, when you play with a certain player, a player type, they've made that decision on what he brings to the table. They've had him before, they're really confident, and that's why they've won so many trophies as well.
I think the Sixers and the Scorchers have the most balanced squads and really good squads, and they tend to like to go for players that have been there before, they know the system. And
Scorchers up now.
Scorchers, and they've had a similar philosophy over the years, having players available that they know quite well.
And they wouldn't have thought Andre Russell would be available now. You've still got Pollard, you've got some quality players.
Who do you think they would have prepared for? Maybe David Willey. We know that he has the best availability out of all the platinum players. He's
Strikers
available for the whole
retained
summer. This is the
Rashid Khan.
most successful team in Big Bash history, coming off their 4th title. Who do you think?
I think, well, they lost Curtis Patterson back to the Sydney Sixers.
I hate
so there
the
is a little bit
Renegades
of a hole at
and
the
I
top of
hate the
order. So I wonder
Strikers
if they
now.
try and fix that with Faf du Plessis or Jason Roy, who has been there before, or do they wait a little bit longer because they love that Munro and Laurie Evans type? And so I'm really not sure which way the Scorchers are going to go here.
It's interesting. I really don't know, Kath, which way they'll go, but because Russell's still in.
Russell, yeah.
And Pollard's still in. I mean,
There's not much discussions going on there. They must be pretty strong on what they want, you know?
I think we're seconds away from finding out who the Scorchers have gone with in round one. They're not talking to each other, so they clearly...
They're gonna go Munro, I know it.
They decided to pass.
The pass? Damn.
Adam, pass. So this is going to take a bit of explaining.
It will, Howie, yeah. Obviously there's some great players still available in this round, but availability is a really key consideration for us in this first pick, and we feel there's some great players.
But they are the
draft,
former
and we're looking forward to
champions.
using that in our next one.
Obviously, you guys, you know, you're a team, the most successful team in the history of the competition. But you look at a player like Andre Russell and what he can bring to the table. How difficult is it to pass over a player like that, and why do you elect to do that?
Yeah, there is, and we've got a number of former Scorchers in there that we've passed on as well. David Willey, another one. But yeah, we know what type of player we want, the skill set that we want. We feel like there's some good options in the gold round for us, and looking forward to that.
So you can't tell me who you're after, but what are you looking for? Or are you looking for a player that is there for the majority of the tournament?
Yeah, like I said, availability is real key for us. We love guys coming back who've played for us before and fit into our group really well, so that's always a consideration.
Okay, thank you very much. So a pass for
the men in orange, and Andre Russell still available. Kathy could end up at Barwon Heads the way things are going at the moment.
You would like that, wouldn't you, Harry? Wow, this is extraordinary. We didn't expect to see a pass so early in the draft, but we do know one aspect of what the Scorchers are thinking, and they want a player who's available for the summer, the whole competition.
That's exactly right. But then David Willie was available for the whole summer, so it's sort of maybe it's not the fit they're after. They want a batter, as you know, but that's an interesting one. So
The Scorchers have a number of good all-rounders already. They've got Mitch Marsh in there. There's Aaron Hardy in there as well. So the David Willie pick, it made sense, but maybe it doesn't quite fit what they want. But that's a massive call to pass on a platinum level player. But there might be salary cap issues here as well.
well, you've got to use 2 picks by round 3, don't you? So that's one of the things you're going to have to. Not everyone's going to be able to afford platinum, gold, and silver. Yeah. That's going to be a tough one.
So what did the Sydney Thunder do? The pick is in Mark Howard.
Oh, gee, it's getting interesting, Kath. Sean, Sydney Thunder are selecting
David Willie.
David Willie. Very good all-rounder. What are your thoughts behind David?
He's got great
Yes, and the Suns winning that one. That's like 4 in a row now.
Being available for the full tournament was a big thing for us. So yeah,
The Thunder have gone David Willie. Okay.
Around a bit. You spent some time in Canberra. You spent some time out in Western Sydney. What are you expecting of the deck out in Western Sydney? Because it becomes massive for teams like you. Traditionally, it's been a lower, slower deck.
Yeah, if it plays like that, Willie will fit in beautifully. He can play numerous roles up front, through the middle, or at the desk. So yeah, I'm expecting some good things from him.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So the player with the best availability in terms of the platinum players, David Willie, he is with the Sydney Thunder. They had a massive signing during the week with David Warner, and now they've got David Willie.
You can't underestimate that.
The last team in the first round, the whole bar.
That they can just mould with the team. They can give him a set
Who did they
role, and they
pick?
can grow into that as well. So I can understand what they're doing. You might miss a big name player like an Andre Russell, but you get someone that's going to be there the whole time. Hurricanes? Is it Andre Russell now?
That's what I was just going to say.
Pollard or Russell, isn't it now, or Bravo?
Surely Ricky Ponting wouldn't have planned for this, having
Well,
Andre
he's not
Russell
Bravo.
still on the table.
He wouldn't. Well, they'd probably plan for availability, but I think Ricky would say, well, we'll take him. His quality left. Pollard's quality. They're quality picks.
Take Pollard.
It's just the availability, what you can fit in your salary cap, and how you work around your team. So that would have certainly changed.
And looking at their squad, they desperately need a hard-hitting all-rounder in that middle. Their batting is top class at the top end. They've got Tim David to bat number 5, and then I think Andre Russell would fit beautifully in there.
He's got a big smile on his face, Ricky Ponting, doesn't he? Who would have thought? Andre Russell's still available, and we're at pick 8, the last pick in round 1. And the Hobart Hurricanes, they would have been the team that would have had to have planned for the most what-if scenarios for round 1. The pick is in, Mark Howard.
Well, this is interesting. Ricky, who are you selecting for the Canes?
We've gone for Shadab Khan.
Shadab Khan. Tell us about Shadab and what you expect him to bring to the group.
Well, high-class international leg spinner, very handy with the bat as well. He's a gun in the field, so we think we're bringing in a 3-dimensional cricketer into our squad. He's got reasonable availability.
Holy,
into what he might
be
be
quiet.
available for.
That's the
Might be something
bird in the
middle that will
back.
be available for finals if we make them. So
Same
we're doing
as
what most
it
other teams are doing,
right
and looking to get these international players for as long as we can, and he fits exactly what we need.
Right above my
Expecting
finger,
him to
that's
still
where
be
he is.
about a long 15 minutes for the men in purple to sit here with their man.
Wasn't expecting Shadab and wasn't expecting Russell, to be honest. So that was a big decision for us to make then, but we've been pretty clear right at the start that if Shadab was there at the end, that was the way we're going to go. Now we've got a couple of later picks, pick 16 and 17, and we've got to build the right players around our first selection.
As an overall, first 8 picks has been anything that really surprised you, Rick?
Well, the fact that Russell's got through and not been selected is a little bit of a surprise. Probably Vogues in the Scorchers passing. We thought that they might think about doing something like that with a chance to retain someone in the gold category, which is going to be there full time and a top order batter. So yeah, they're the 2 surprises so far.
Well done.
Cheers.
Shadab Khan goes to the Hobart Hurricanes.
Still getting our heads around the fact that Andre Russell hasn't been selected, and that's round 1 complete.
That is, but look, that's the vulnerabilities coming in. Every side has tried to fit their first round pick with how they need their needs. And Perth Scorchers, they pass because their retention players, probably the gold. That's going to be the same for a few players.
Oh, I think that's a great pick for the Hurricanes. They need a spinner, and he's an attacking weapon. As Ricky said, he's a gun in the field. He can bat a bit as well. The other thing it does is I reckon the Sydney Sixers would have loved to have retained Shadab Khan in there as well, or bidded on him. Now they can't get him. So that's I think out of the Sixers they're planning, they might have been thinking, oh gosh, we were hoping to get hold of him ourselves.
Yeah, so that's the rule of the draft. That's once you made your selection, you can't use a retention pick in that rounds, but it all restarts in round 2. This is how round 1 has played out. Liam Livingston, we went too
Liam Livingston went to the Renegades, Trent Bolt went to my Stars, Sam Billings went to the Heat, Chris Jordan went to Sixers, Rasheen Khan went to Strikers, Scorcher Pass, David Willey went to Thunder, and Shadab Khan went to the Hobart Hurricanes. So yeah.
It's a pretty good first round.
I think a lot of homework's obviously been done by all the teams, and they've picked out the players they really need. And even if there's a big gun out there that hasn't been picked, well, too bad. That's the way it goes.
I'm pleased to say Trent Bolt joins us live. He had a big smile on his face when the Melbourne Stars selected him. Trent, congratulations. Your reaction to being a Melbourne Star?
Yeah, obviously very excited. A big smile on my face. It was probably a nervous smile when I heard the slog of you comment being thrown around by Huss, but obviously very excited to get over there.
Trent, Darren Lehman here, mate. How do you find... Where are you at the moment, by the way? Are you home or playing somewhere else?
I am home, yeah. Just got back from the West Indies, so yeah, a few days at home before we jet over to Cairns and take on the Aussies there. But yeah, it's been a busy period, and obviously it's going to get a bit more busy over Christmas time.
And how's that worked out with New Zealand Cricket? I saw that last week that you've sort of come to a really good agreement with your contract that you know, you can come and go as such for series. That's worked out quite well with them.
Yeah, no, it's come to that point. I've been released from the contract, so there's probably a bit more freedom to participate in stuff like this. And yeah, a few opportunities have jumped at me, and yeah, it's pretty cool to be a part of the first draft here and to watch it unfold. And obviously, very excited to yeah, get over there and hopefully make a bit of impact in the Big Bash season.
And Trent, like us here, congratulations on being picked up by the Melbourne Stars. You've played for so many different teams over the last few years around the world. How hard or easy is it to integrate yourself into a new environment?
Yeah, I suppose, you know, the big one has been the IPL and the opportunities that I've had there, but, you know, I've always said that, you know, the most enjoyable thing is getting to share a change room with guys that you're not normally in a change room with, so... yeah, some exciting names in the Stars lineup already, and yeah, just looking forward to getting over there and getting stuck in.
We're pretty excited to see you in green and in the Big Bash this summer. Trent, thanks for your time. Congratulations.
Come on.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.
Pretty cool when you're recruited to the Melbourne Stars too in your home games at the MCG. That'll be a thrill for him as well.
Oh, without doubt. You know, great team to be a part of. There's always big stars, big crowds. There's some big names in that team there, Maxwell and Stoinis. I think you'll absolutely have a ball.
Let's head back into the war room with Mark Howard. Gee,
and the Stars also have the
first round.
Pretty tense. Everyone's pretty quiet too. There's a lot of whispering going on now, but everyone's looking pretty cool in here. I think we can go back to far north Queensland. We'll start with you, Aaron Finch. Liam Livingston, are you happy, big man?
Very happy. I think what he offers, obviously with the bat, is exceptional. He's got a great record, particularly over the last couple of years, but what he delivers in the field and with the ball, being able to bowl leg spin and off spin, I think he's a beautiful fit for the Renegades.
He's handy because not many people think about his bowling capabilities, but it's a real nice stopgap for you if you can get a couple of overs out of him, I guess, Aaron.
Yeah, he's so versatile, and I think being really flexible up and down the order as well is so valuable in the T20, in the Big Bash, because with the power surge as well, I mean, guys like him and Maxi and guys who have got so many options, 360 degrees, they're so hard to bowl to with only a couple of fielders out of the circle with an old ball. So, yeah, that was a no-brainer for us to go for Liam Livingston.
And Glenn, we just heard from Trent Bolt, outstanding cricketer, outstanding person. How do you feel about having a man that can move the new ball at the start of the innings at the mighty MCG?
Yeah, magnificent to have Trent on our side. We obviously went with a little bit of a tactic to extract the right to match card. Obviously, if we had kept Rasheen Khan, it would have been amazing. But to have Trent Bolt on our side, swinging the ball, hopefully into the middle of Finch's big front pad, it would be it'd be magnificent. But to have him at the MCG in front of our home fans is going to be amazing for everyone to see him perform.
Well done, fellas. We look forward to seeing you again for Australia in a couple of nights.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Very much.
Thanks, guys.
Glenn Maxwell and Aaron Finch. Wednesday, the second of the 3 one-day international comes your way, starting at 9:30. Up next, we go to round 2, and once again, with these chaps here, the Melbourne Renegades, after they picked up Liam Livingston with the first ever draft. Pick number
1. The internet is a strange place. Who knows what we'll be watching next?
Need to plug my computer in.
Court dramas with cats in them?
How does your client plead?
But no matter how strange things get, Foxtel Broadband has your back.
I was meant to be live on Twitch, not filming a YouTube video. If you want to watch the rest of it, go to my Twitch. Ryder THOMPSO. It's Thompson, but without the N at the end. So see you over there. Peace. See you next time. And as always, peace.